All right, guys, going live. So if you're watching this after the fact, this is the part where I need to copy the link and paste it. So BRB. Okay. This thing that I put it on is actually too tall. Let me find something a little shorter. Just put it on the... I'll just put it down here. There we go. All right, I just posted the link, so people will probably start coming soon. Soon. New phone and we still can't focus very well. Maybe it's better than usual though. Not sure. Just not sure. Oh, how's it going, guys? 8:02. We're not too late. We are not too late. Oh, all right. What's going on? What's going on? Uh-oh. People leaving. People are leaving. Maybe they're logging in. So that's the thing. If you click it and you're not logged in, then you can't comment, I think. So you gotta log in, and then you can comment once you're logged in. Yeah, this is like a Builders America shirt. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I am just realizing now that I'm pretty sure I forgot to ship last month's winner thing. Man, I'm out of it. I'm out of it, guys. I'm too overworked, I think. Which leads me to a topic of discussion for today's live. We got some fun stuff to talk about. So, I'm gonna set myself a little reminder to email last month's winner back. We had some back and forth on what bag he wanted. Oh, how's it going? Not much action going on in chat right now. People coming on and off a lot. I wonder if I jacked up something with my link. If it's going somewhere it's not supposed to be going. I don't know. We'll sit tight for a little bit while some people join. Ugh. How's it going, guys? It's about time for me to get a haircut, I think. But we'll just wear a hat on. We'll just wear a hat for now. Cool. So, it's October. Got some Halloween decorations in the back over there that I gotta go put in my yard. I picked up my Land Cruiser from Paint today. So if there's some of you that want to see my Land Cruiser with the new paint job, let me know in the chat and I'll take you out in the garage and we can check it out. I just got home like 5 minutes ago. I went and worked out and then just came home. Busy day. Busy day. But Land Cruiser's back. Things are good. Look at all these Glocks over here. I bought a handful of 43s, and then my friend sold me his 19C. And I got a P365 XL, so I'm gonna make some slight modifications to my holster molds to work better with the XL. M&P subcompact. I haven't shot it. It's cool. I mean, it's like a Glock 26, kinda. Maybe a little better though, because it has a rail. I'm really liking the 43. Let me clear this real quick. All right, so we got a cleared 43 here. Or 43X rather. I really like this gun. When it first came out, I didn't even get one. I was just like, 43X is stupid. But I like it. I've been carrying the 43X and the 48 for a while now. While I was testing my holsters. I always test new holsters when I bring them to market. So I was testing this holster. Still testing it, I guess. But then I just kind of got used to carrying the 43X. I really like it. It's a really, like, I thought it was dumb when it came out based on the specs. I was like, it's almost as big as a 19 and not double stack. But the reason that I really like it now more is that Shield Arms is coming out with, sorry for those that aren't into guns, but Shield Arms is coming out with a mag. So a 43X right now has a flush fit, kind of flush fit 10 round mag. You can get bigger mags, but in the flush fit, which is how I would carry it, 10 rounds. Shield Arms is coming out with a mag that's flush, same flush, but 15 rounds. So then you get a flush fit mag, and then your 43X has the same capacity as a 19, which is, I really don't ever use this word, but it's kind of a game changer. So I pre-ordered some of those. We'll see if I can get them soon. But that's going to be really cool. 43X with flush 15 round capacity, which is going to make the 43X a very appealing concealed carry gun to more people. So once that's out, good stuff. Makes me feel like I need to get into development of that kind of stuff, some magazines and manufacturing, which is what I want to get into more. 10 people, it's crazy. It's like a third of what's usually on here. Maybe it's just maybe October is weird. But I'm just going to assume everyone that's going to be here is going to be here because it's 8:07. So we'll just kind of get into the meat and potatoes of things, I guess. And then we'll go check out the Land Cruiser here in a second. I don't have much on the agenda, but there's a lot of big things coming up for me and the channel. So I have a holster company, a lot of you guys know. And if you listen to the I was on a Fieldcraft Survival podcast recently. I put it up on my YouTube channel too. Worth watching if you're into it. But in that podcast, I talk about some things. One of them being, I think I'm gonna start situating myself to quit my day job and pursue other stuff more. But it's tricky because those of you that know me, I talk about this stuff once in a while. I work with my brother. He started a company and I was his first employee technically, but we kind of built it together and ran it together. I never took ownership. He offered me kind of like ownership stakes, but I never really wanted to because I own my LLC, and this is more detail than you care about, but that's kind of what these things are for. Through my LLC for my holster company, I am able to access this retirement plan that's like an owner big Roth retirement plan, which means I can put away a bunch of money for retirement, Roth more than a normal Roth, but it means I can't own any other companies. I can't have ownership. I'm gonna let my dog in here. I closed this door, but he's scratching on it. Hi, you wanna come in? You wanna come in? I closed the door because I have a dryer that's super loud. I need to get a new dryer. Maybe I need to figure out how to oil it, but it's a really old dryer. But when it's running, it's like squeak, 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 squeak. So I just closed the door. Okay, I was talking about business. So yeah, web development business. But I've been running a holster company and this YouTube channel, and I'm getting more into, product testing and gear reviews and that kind. I've always been doing that, but all that stuff takes a lot of time. And my channel's now grown to where it's becoming, profitable at this point. So I have a holster company that's been kind of being neglected. I have a YouTube channel that's kind of been being neglected because I've had a full-time job that takes a lot of my brain power and a lot of my time. And it limits me from doing stuff. So I get invited, like BFG, pretty crazy, just invited me to go to the Baja 1000, not racing it, but like ride in some of their BFG trucks and hang out for like 2 weeks, all expenses paid. Really cool opportunity, but I can't go to it because I'm super busy at work right now, and trying to take 2 weeks off would really screw over my team. So there's a lot of opportunities like that. And everything. I get invited to private training events, like Surefire just had one a couple months back that they invited me out to, and I couldn't go to just because I couldn't take all the time off. So I'm missing out on a bunch of really awesome opportunities because of the position I'm in with YouTube or whatever. So I'd like to pursue more of those opportunities, but I'd also like to expand my holster company and actually like put some effort into that. And I'd like to get into manufacturing. I'd like to design some medical kit pouches and some things like that, just like more manufacturing stuff that I'm really interested in perfecting gear. So I'd like to do more of that. So all that to say, my time, like it always has been split in too many directions. But I think I'm at the point in my life where I want to pursue this other, like, more tactical direction of my life. So it's a big decision though, because my entire adult life, pretty much my entire adult life, 8 or 9 years, since a few years after college, I've been a web developer for a shop that my brother owns. So it's not like quitting a normal job. It's much more difficult than that. So I've been talking to my brother about it, and he's into all the same things I'm into. So we're kind of like, I'm trying to figure out how I can quit that job essentially, but obviously on good terms, and then have my brother. My brother does my CAD and my CNC work right now for my holster business. So he's involved in some of my business as well. So we want to just, neither of us really love web development or running like a web shop. It's kind of a pain, but like running like manufacturing and this kind of stuff is more appealing to both of us. So I'd like to expand this company, and then maybe we'll have a role reversal to where eventually he'll be working for me or something. I don't know. Anyway, that's what's going on. And I've always been thinking about doing this for the last 2 years, but have never really been in a place. I've been worried financially, and I still am worried financially. It's great to have health insurance through my employer and a steady paycheck and all this stuff, and leaving all of that to pursue this other thing is like it's really scary. But I'm not getting any younger. I feel like it's a pretty good opportunity now. Like I have a pretty good opportunity now with how my life is situated to do it. So that's probably going to be happening in the next couple of months. I'm working on a big project right now that's launching in December that I'm kind of the lead dev on. So can't really leave right now, but I think I'm going to start transitioning out in some fashion to pursue other stuff. Okay, I don't know if any of you guys cared about that. More interested in the 43X and stuff like that, but that's a major life thing. And that's like what this Patreon thing is, to kind of like talk about more intimate stuff. But yeah, okay. Anyway, that's what's going on. So if you're new here to these live things, we're going to do a giveaway. I do a giveaway every month. I've been giving away random stuff. I was giving away random stuff, flashlights, stuff like that. But lately I've had a big stock of Vertex bags. I have a bunch of Vertex bags. So I've been giving away a Vertex bag plus other stuff in it every month. So I have a handful of bags left. And I'm not going to give away any guns. I could, but it's a little weird. I mean, I'd have to ship it to an FFL, and I don't know. Maybe eventually I'll give away guns, but it's kind of something I don't really want to do. Like Mike's giving away guns. Sounds kind of, I don't really like it. But, so we'll do a giveaway. Yeah, I have a few buddies. My buddy Philip is actually a CPA as well. But I have my holster business. I have my LLC. I have an accountant or a tax guy that does my taxes. Like, I have the infrastructure set up already because I've been doing it for like 4 years. It's just I have been putting very little effort into it. I've been like perfecting holsters, small batch, not advertising them, not like I've never even done a holster review on my own channel because I don't want more orders. So I've been keeping it small intentionally. But like the business and the infrastructure is all there, and all it's gonna take is some work to grow it. So I'd like to grow that. Yeah. Anyway, an aside. We'll get into a giveaway. I have a bunch of videos filmed. I got some videos with Mike Glover filmed. I just went out to so Mike Glover, Mike Glover, he's the guy that's been on my channel in the last couple of videos, so I'm going to throw in some other videos so it's not like all Fieldcraft Survival. But we went out and shot some guns. He was a sniper in the Green Berets, and um, he knows a lot about precision marksmanship, obviously. So I don't, but I got a new gun, and he was kind of teaching me the basics, and we did a video on it. So gonna do that. I ate Mountain House meals for a week. That was like a month, 2 months ago maybe. I'm not good with time. Maybe 2 months ago I did that, but I haven't put the video together. I got a handful of reviews. I got a bunch of like these reviews that everyone hates and they're super boring, but I got all these like I'm testing out all these different power like called solar generators, but they're batteries with like inverters in them that you can use to power stuff off grid. So I've talked about a couple in the past, but there's stuff that I really like because it's like appeals to a lot of aspects of my prepper and overlander stuff. Went to Telluride this past weekend for 4 days. Well, 3 days. Not really 4 days. Technically, I was there 4 days, but I got there super late one night and left super early. So like 2 full days and then a little extra. So I got a video I can make about that. I filmed a little bit with AJ Photo Runner, the guy with the big green Dodge Ram. Nice. Yeah. I mean, I have a following. I've never done, for the last year, I've never gone on a trail where somebody hasn't like recognized me, which is kind of crazy, but I guess it's kind of like my main audience probably is like people that like to go off-roading and camping and stuff. So I get recognized all the time out there. So that's fun. But anyway, all that to say, I have like 10 videos, mostly filmed, that I just need to edit and upload. And that's another thing where it just comes down to time and energy. Been doing house stuff, get ready for the winter. So this is a new house, you guys know. And I do a lot of home improvement stuff. And this house was kind of like it's an all right house, but there's a lot of things that were neglected. Like I had to fix some gutters. I had some serious ice damming on this one part of my roof that made this giant ice thing and then froze down and like was freezing my gas meter. And I don't know, it doesn't seem like it's good. So I put a bunch of wires and made a new gutter and all this like heated stuff. And I got to install some new outlets and was repairing a bunch of hummingbird holes. I built like a carport with like a retaining wall over here, but I need to build a roof so I can park my Land Cruiser in it because once I put the tent on it, it's going to be too tall to fit into my garage, but I want to park it, like I want to give it a covered parking. Anyway, a lot of crap that you guys don't care about, but it's my life and it keeps me busy, and all that to say I need more time. So that's what I'm working on. It's trying to get more time. Okay, let's go look at this Land Cruiser if you guys want. So I got a Land Cruiser. For those that don't know, I talked about it a little on the channel. I talked about it a little bit on Instagram. It's a 97 Land Cruiser. It's 40th anniversary. It's triple locked. Not that many people. Land Cruisers are like, people that know about them are like, those are awesome. And that's kind of me. They're awesome. But like other people are like, what's the big deal? But anyways, I got Land Cruiser because it's a vehicle I wanted for a long time. And they range a lot in price because they're an old vehicle and some of them are really beaten up and some of them are like pristine, and the pristine ones are really expensive. These things, I mean, like a really, really, really nice one can go for like hundreds of thousands of dollars, but like a nice one that's been upkept pretty well is like $20,000, $30,000, $40,000. But I been shopping them kind of casually for a long time and came across one that was a crazy good deal. It was $11,000 only, and it was like had most of the stuff done to it that I would want to do to it, but it was kind of beat up and scratched up, and the paint was in horrible condition, and the interior is pretty thrashed, and there's a lot of rust and stuff, and like the frame wasn't rusted, but the body had some rust, and the bumpers and all of this stuff. So I've been spending a lot of time like treating all of the rust spots. I took it to paint. I grinded out a bunch of rust and cut out some rust and bonded it, and then took it and got a cheap paint job. Cheap. Well, it wasn't cheap. It was still expensive. But it was like the cheapest paint job I can get for like everything that I needed done to it, because it's not just like repainting a good thing. It was like my paint and everything was trashed. So I had to do quite a bit of prep work, a lot of sun damage, a lot of like crap I had to do, fixing the rust spots. Anyway, all that to say, the paint job was a little over $3,000, which I think in the big scheme of things is cheap. Like paint job, like nice paint jobs are like 20 grand. And cheap paint job, like really cheap paint jobs are like 1,000. So mine's like on the cheaper end, and I got it done at Mako, which is like one of the cheapest places. But I did a lot of research, and apparently like some Makos are good and some Makos suck. They all kind of suck compared to like a real paint shop that's gonna like do it right. But I found a paint shop near me that was really well reviewed, a Mako paint shop that had really great reviews. So I was like, okay, I'll take it there. But the thing with a Mako paint job is like, unless you pay a butt ton, they like don't remove all the trim and stuff. So it's like not a great paint job. You can kind of like see the edges and stuff. But anyways, looks good enough for me. And I don't know how long, I mean, it's a 22-year-old vehicle, so I don't know how long it's gonna last or how long I'm gonna keep it. People, so those things, you get an older vehicle and you wanna keep it nice, they're money pits potentially. If I wanted to put a new engine in it, like if I wanted to put a diesel, like a Cummins, like they have like a crate engine, I could get like a used engine and it's not much cheaper, but like some type of engine, if I wanted to put a new engine in it, because these engines are old. My car has 208,000 miles. It's probably good for like 300,000 or something if I take care of it. But anyways, new engine, those things cost, and I could do it myself. Like I'm pretty mechanically inclined, but I mean, if I quit my job, I might have time to, and that would lower the price a lot. But anyways, new engine's either a lot of work or a lot of money. And even if you do it yourself, it's still quite a bit of money. But if you get someone to do it, it's like 25 to 35 grand for a new engine. So I'm kind of like, if my engine dies, I don't know. I don't know how much money I want to throw into this thing. So I don't want to get like a super expensive paint job. A, because it's super expensive and I can't afford it. But B, because it's just going to be a trail rig. It might die. I'm going to get it scratched up, whatever. So that was, again, more information than you guys cared about. But all that to say, I got a pretty cheap paint job. But I think it looks pretty good. But the thing is, it's a color. And you guys are probably just like, shut up, show us already. And I will. But it's a color that I really like. Like, it's like a vintage color. Like, it's really... It's not an era-correct color because it's really similar to the previous generation of Land Cruiser. There's this brown color. It's brown. It's like a light brown. Previous generation, the FJ60 or the FJ62, came factory with this like brown, light brown color that I love. I love that color. So I picked a color that was similar to that, even though I have an FJ80 and it didn't ever come in that color. So it's not a factory color, but it's like a vintage color. So it like gives it a real vintage vibe, which I liked because I'm also going to be throwing like modern stuff on it. Like I just got a shipment of some Baja Designs lights, like the LP9 and some like really kind of like cutting edge lights, and I'm gonna put a GFC tent on it, so it's gonna have like some modern flair with like a vintage look. Anyway, I'm stoked about it, so let's go see it. All right, here we go. Oh, enough talking. Chat's dead today, but so is the thing. There's not many people in chat. There's like a third of who's normally watching these videos. Anyway, here it is. This is, you guys are seeing this before anyone is seeing this. Let me see if I can switch this around here. Here we go. So this is it. What do you guys think? Do you hate it? There's going to be a lot of people that hate it. Like my brother, for instance, hates it. He's like, gosh, why would you paint your truck diarrhea brown? I was like, I don't know, man, because I liked it. I like it. Anyway, that's it. It's pretty unique. I've never seen an 80 that's brown before. I was thinking about doing like a darker brown, like a UPS truck brown. But after having this black, I just think it doesn't look very good in photos. Like, just doesn't look that good. Like black, like dark colors. Like this isn't even black, but it just looks black in photos. So I was thinking if I got a dark brown, it would just look black in photos pretty much. And then dark colors get so dirty. My truck now is like always dirty. It's never clean. So I went on the lighter brown. Anyways, it's like vintage. I did it for myself. I know people won't like it, but some people will. Anyway, That's that. It's my Land Cruiser. So I gotta put it back together, put some new stuff on it. But then it'll be ready to go. Then it'll be ready to go. Oh, I'm gonna lean back here. Get a little relaxing in. So what's up with you guys? Anything new? You got any questions? Typically, there's enough questions kind of to just answer questions for a while. So, you can answer questions. And it's a good opportunity to tell me like what videos you want to see. It has wood veneer. It's the 40th anniversary edition, so I have like wood. I got like wood paneling inside of it, and it does match that quite nicely. And I have the tan seats, the two-tone 40th anniversary seats in there. So it's I don't know. I like it. That's all that matters. That's all that matters, right? I think. Maybe not. Maybe it's not all that matters. Maybe more stuff matters. Angle in this. That's better. Okay. So a bunch of videos in queue. But Subaru's good. Yeah, Subaru's just my daily driver. It's the thing I don't like about my Subaru. Well, I mean, it's kind of a piece of junk, but my Subaru is like such wind noise. I drive it and it's so loud. Just it sounds like I have all my windows open. But I don't really want to put money into like new weather stripping and stuff. And there's like a few things that I've read in the forums that you can try, and I've done them and it didn't really fix it. And that car I think was in a pretty bad rear end collision, so I don't think there's any like, I think the sound insulation in the back is like, it drives fine, it runs fine, everything works, but it's just like loud. So I don't know, I could put like some dynamite Dynamat or some sound deadening mat in the back of the Sub to try and fix that, but yeah, it's good, just loud. And maybe it's just normal. Maybe those Subarus are just loud like that, and I've driven too many new cars in the last couple years and have been spoiled due to SIG discontinuing the P2. Yeah, I mean, I like the P10C. So, I mean, my three favorite guns right now are the P10. I haven't owned the P10C. I like the P10. Well, no, the P10C, yeah. I haven't owned the P10, the new one, the subcompact, but I like the P10C, but it's bigger than like a Glock 19, or it's bigger than an M&P compact. But I like the P10. I like a Glock 19. It's still my main jam. And I like the M&P compact, the 4-inch or the 3.6-inch, or they have the new one with the shorter grip, which is nice. But I like a fuller grip. I like a bigger grip, which is why I really like the 43X, because the 43X grip feels really good. The only thing is there's not really a whole lot of good light options without using some janky rail adapter on the 43X. So if you need a light, then prize one of these guns with the rails. But man, I love I mean, the 43X. I don't have the big. I have like pretty average size hand. They look big here. Look how big my hands are. They're mechanic size large. It's like a pretty average men's size hand. So I don't have huge hands. And the 43X just fits it like very nicely. Just, oof, feels good. So, I don't know. 43X, and it's slim, it's comfortable. I like a shorter muzzle. It's checks a lot of the boxes for me, man. Subaru Baja. You don't see many of those things. There's a person that works out of my gym that has one, so I see it. I see it quite a bit. Long range vid, I don't know. Whenever I have time to edit it. Probably a few videos out, because I want to spread out these Fieldcraft videos, so it's like my channel's not Fieldcraft Survival. But it's done, it's filmed. I need to film a follow-up. The Glock 47? I don't even know what a Glock 47 is. Huh. Should look into it. Oh. Yeah, I got the all black 43Xs, if that's what you're talking about. I didn't really love the two-tone look of the original ones when they came out, but I am a fan of the all black. But I kind of wish they had like Battlefield green or like one of those other colors, like a gray or something. The 47 is like a agency special, huh? I mean, is it based on like the 48? Like a single stack-ish gun? Oh, man. I've been selling holsters to some agencies. Like a group of DEA guys, like, I don't know, squad, I don't really know. They put in a bulk order, not huge, like 10 or 11 holsters. And then another government organization, all these DOD, I'm not sure what this other one is, but they want to put in a big order for holsters. So that's kind of cool. Bunch of undercover guys. I've sent holsters like to some special forces guys, some FBI guys, some CIA guys, a lot of U.S. Marshals. It's pretty neat. Pretty neat that my holsters are used in a lot of that kind of stuff. Atreyu training, a waste of money, I think. Training is always like, we're gonna give you a bunch of stuff you can do that, you know, will just make your dog have more obedience. But I just need to take him to like a boot camp. This door keeps on. I need to drop him off at a boot camp where they just like make him not aggressive towards other dogs. Because that's the only issue I have with him, really, is, I don't know. He wants to fight all the other dogs sometimes. Sometimes not. Hey, Brad. Oh. This door was open, and I didn't know. Ashley was out collecting some stuff to burn in the fire. Oh my goodness. You got that? You sure? I was gonna be like,
oh, sorry, babe.
I was gonna be like, Ashley, you left the back door open again. Oh, that's what you were barking at? Sorry for that random thing. Okay. Back at it. Cool. You guys want to do a giveaway? Probably want to do a giveaway. All right, here we go. Here we go. So it's 256. So let me do this random number generator. 1 to 256. All right, I'm gonna hit generate a bunch of times here. Okay. I do not have a holster for the Beretta A1, but if you go to my website, llod.us/holsters, there's a list of all of the guns that I do make holsters for. Okay, let's do this thing. Let's do this thing. All right, this isn't it. I'm gonna hit generate. 3, 2, 1. All right, 11. Let's see who it is. 11 is Andrew Fontesiella. Andrew Fontesiella. You on here? You in here? I think the last like 2 months we've had winners be in chat, which was really cool. Anyway, Andrew Fonticiella. 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 I don't know how to pronounce it. French? Sounds French? Italian, maybe? I'm pretty dumb. Not good with that stuff. Anyway, Andrew, congrats. If you're watching this late, congrats. If you're on here now, congrats. Either way, I'll shoot you an email. And the winning, the winning is a Vertex bag. It's kind of like the main thing, but I think I have a couple wallets left. I need to check my like goodie box of stuff. And I'll throw in some swag, like LLOD something. Oh, I just got LLOD beanies back from the embroiderer. So if any patrons want that, I'll get those on the site here in the next few days, hopefully, and then I'll put the link out. That's what I do. When I have merch, especially the beanies, I don't have that many of them. I just ordered 100 of them. But they didn't sell that much. But anyway, I put those up for patrons only. And you get them before anyone else. So that way it ensures that you get them before they sell out. At this point, I'm buying enough merch usually that they don't sell out like instantly. But just in case they do, I do offer it to patrons first. So yeah. I don't have enough wallets for everyone on the live chat. 17 of you. I think I might have like 3. Maybe. I gotta go look. But beanies are coming soon. Oh, what was the question? iPhone 11 Pro and Apple Watch Series 5. I think Apple sucks and all their products are garbage, honestly. But I use them because I do dev on a MacBook. And I do like iPads. I consume a lot of media on iPads, like at night. Like I watch my YouTube on iPads. I have this thing. I might have talked about it, but like I try to cram it. Like I try to be efficient with my time. So I have a little magnet like in my shower that I put my iPad on. So I watch YouTube. So I find a YouTube video, usually like some bushcrafting video, and then I watch it while I shower. And then I have another magnet by my sink. So then when I'm brushing and flossing and taking my vitamins and stuff, I can continue. So I get like 20, 25 minutes of YouTube time in at night. So I consume most of my media on an iPad, which is the best tablet because the speakers get loud enough to hear while it's in the shower because the shower is kind of loud. So anyways, I have a MacBook and then I have an iPad. And then all my friends are on iPhones. So like, I can't send you full resolution photos and because you don't have iMessage and blah, blah, blah. And then anytime I go to events and people are exchanging stuff, they're airdropping everything. So even though Android phones are way better than iPhones, like in every capacity, the Apple ecosystem is really good. So like iMessage and crap like that because Apple's too stubborn to use like new messaging platforms like standards that you can do all the cool stuff that iMessage can do. Apple's not going to ever embrace it because they understand that like iMessage and their ecosystem is the only reason that people have Apple products because their products basically suck. All that to say, sorry if there's Apple fanboys on here. All that to say, I have all the Apple products because I'm forced into it because of my being like a social media person and all this other crap. But I don't like them. Like I way prefer Android phones, but I have an iPhone and I do a lot of like I shoot video and I take photos. Like I use my phone a lot. So I usually am upgrading to the newest phone, though I didn't upgrade last time. So I had an iPhone 10 and I didn't get a 10s, XS, whatever. Like I didn't get the new one because historically iPhone has released a new phone every 2 years. Like every year is like an update that people just buy because they're dumb or they need the newest whatever. But historically, up until this year, they got a new phone every 2 years. So like every 2 years is like an actual new phone rather than like they just put an S on it or whatever. But this year, Apple's like, hey, let's just sell these suckers the same phone for a 3rd year in a row. But my phone was 2 years old because I was banking on the new phone every 2 years. So I did cave and I bought, this is an 11 Pro I'm on right now. But it's like the same exact phone as a 10 and a 10S. So is the 11 Pro worth it? I would say definitely not, unless you like make a living or take a lot of photos, because the camera is good. So I have it hypocritically, but it's kind of because I do so much on my phone. I do a lot of media. So it's like I feel like I'm in a place to justify it just because of like, because of this, because of what I do. But I don't think it's a worthwhile upgrade, honestly. Apparently next year's iPhone is going to be a big bonus. I don't know why iPhone doesn't have an always-on display on their watches or their phones. The technology's there, they're just too stubborn to do it. But to answer your question about the Watch 5, it gets an always-on display, which, Android stuff has had for since the first Android phone practically. But Apple doesn't do for whatever reason. So I have a 4. I'm not probably going to get a 5. They just pushed an update that kills the iPhone 4's battery life. So I used to get 2 full days easy all the time and just charge it at night every two days. And now I can't even, I'm at 10%. I'm not going to make it 2 days. I got to go charge this thing. I'm getting like low battery alerts. So Apple pushed up some update for the watch that jacks the battery life on the old watches, but maybe it jacks the battery life on all the watches. I think it's a known issue. So anyway, I don't know. This year, Apple made some really weak upgrades. So meh. Any other questions? Color pattern on the beanies. So the beanies are the same as last time because they're my favorite beanies. I really like them. They're black, like a charcoal, like a dark gray, charcoal gray, and then orange. But nobody buys the orange ones, so I didn't order many of them. But I think I only ordered 100 total. I think it's 40, 40, 20. I think I got 40 black, 40 gray, and 20 orange. And rather than doing a bunch of different colors like I do a lot of times in like the logo, I just did black and foliage in the logo. So just black and foliage. That's what's available for the... I look like crooked right now. That's what I did. 40 black, 40 gray, 20 orange. Just one size fits all. So that's what's going on in the beanies. Oh man, I should probably make some t-shirts at some point in my life. This t-shirt is a Black Rifle Garb shirt. I don't think I have a coupon code with them. I have an affiliate link, but I don't think I have a coupon code. I think that's what this shirt is. I think so. Yeah, the Pixel 4 we'll see, but the Pixel, like, I like the Pixel because I like vanilla Android, but the Pixel phones just, they have great cameras, but it's really the software that's good. The hardware on Pixels is weak. Like, the hardware on Samsung phones is so good, but the OS, TouchWiz or whatever it's called these days, is like not as good. I really like vanilla Android, but Pixel phones are kind of weak. And it's crazy that the Pixel 4 is going to have big old bezels. It's turning into tech chat. I like tech, for those that don't know. I was like as close to starting a tech YouTube channel as I was like a preparedness YouTube channel. But I don't know that I can add tech to the channel because I already have people complaining too much about the diversity of my channel. So, I don't know. I can't talk tech on the channel. Oh. Okay. Giveaway, Land Cruiser. Bunch of tech. Yeah, what people don't understand is you can be tactical and still have other hobbies. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do tech on the channel just because it's like it's too much of a disparity. Everything else connects. Everything else I do connects. I can connect it. It all makes sense for my channel, but tech doesn't really. So even though I love tech, I don't think I'll do it. Yeah, I could. I could do multiple channels. I think I might. So Talon, my friend Talon, who's a YouTuber, similar in some regards to me. He's like a much different person than I am, but his channel is similar in that it's not preparedness or survival or really even training or anything like that, but it's similar in that he's like guns and other stuff. And whenever he does other stuff, people like complain that he doesn't do guns, and then there's people that like his other stuff that they don't really like guns. And then you throw guns onto a channel that does other stuff, it's not good. So like a channel that does other stuff and guns is not good. A channel that just does guns is really good. All the good gun channels are just blowing up. If I was pure guns, I would probably have 500,000 subscribers. So all the pure gun, if you're pure guns, you're good. Any gun channel that's like complaining, I don't know what they're complaining about. Because guns is a huge market. And people that like guns only, a lot of them. So if you're a gun channel, you're good. But if you're a mixed channel like I am, or like Talon is, there's not many of us out there. And it becomes tough. Because then you have super vocal gun people that are just like obnoxious. And then you have other people that don't like guns, but they're usually pretty quiet. Like I don't really hear about people not liking guns that often on my channel, which is great because they don't complain. But anyways, it makes things difficult because there's a lot of anti-gun companies, obviously, and it's just a weird mix of things. And monetization on a channel isn't the main way channels make money. So anybody that tells you like my channel got demonetized, yeah, that sucks for sure. But it's not the main way they're making money if they're smart about it. So demonetization of a channel is one thing, and I get it. But anyways, all that to say, like if you're a gun channel, you're demonetized, and it is what it is because all you do is guns anyways, and I get it. It makes sense. It's not the way I want it, but YouTube's a private entity. Advertisers are advertisers. They make policies. It's the world we live in. Could do other platforms in Full30 and GunTube and all this other stuff. And it's cool. Like, I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to get into a political argument. But the confusing thing is when you do a lot of guns, your channel can get fully demonetized. So if I were doing, and this, again, this isn't the reason that I do what I do or I don't do the guns or whatever, but it is like a piece of the puzzle. And I'm not changing anything right now, but Talon is in this transitional period right now where he's taken all the guns off of his main channel. And he does more guns than me. He has a thing called Sunday Gun Day. So every week he does a gun video. And he's like full-time YouTube, so I think he's doing like 3 videos a week. So like 1/3 to 1/2 of his videos are guns, which is more than my videos. But it's doing something. I need to have a call with him. It's doing something to his channel. So he's taken all of the gun videos off his channel. He's starting a second channel. His second channel is going to be all guns, and his main channel is going to be no guns. So, hybrid channels, we may get put into a position where we got to do something like that. And I don't really want to do something like that. So I'm not planning on doing something like that. But if I quit YouTube, if I quit my job to pursue like, you know, really I want to have more time for like manufacturing and stuff like that, but obviously I'll have more time for YouTube as well, so it's like both of them. But if I quit my job, then I'll have more time, and maybe I can make two channels. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. I'll have to think about it. Any advice on how and when to adjust height and angle of clip? So on the holster's height and the angle of clip, just a real quick demo, I guess. So these are all adjustable. You can move it down or you can move it up. That adjusts how deep or how high the gun is in your pants. What that means is the deeper it is, the more concealed it's going to be, but typically the less comfortable it's going to be. If you have a shorter gun though, the deeper it is, the less it'll flip out this way. You can add pads and stuff and shoot me an email and I can send you some links if you really want to, but I hate them. A lot of people hate them. Some people love them. But that'll dictate how high or how low it goes. The angle, usually most people just keep it straight. I find no reason to adjust the angle, but some people want to adjust it a little bit. And that's just kind of how it's going to ride in there. Straight up and down works best for me and most people though. So hopefully that was a quick answer. If you need more, shoot me an email though. Happy to help out. Do I get hit much with demonetizing? I get hit with it, but only on my gun stuff. Anything that's related to guns gets demonetized. But it's not a big deal because again, like the bulk of my YouTube income is through affiliate sales and links, and I think I'm gonna get into like this video is sponsored by because it gives companies have been asking me to do that forever since the beginning of, since I had like 10,000 subscribers. Companies been reaching out like, hey, what are your rates for sponsoring videos, blah, blah, blah. And I just never did it. I kind of felt it was cheesy, but then I had a talk with some other YouTubers and they're like, oh, you should do it. Like, it's a great opportunity. Like, these are companies that want to advertise, but they're going to spend their advertising money 100% towards a person that they believe in and that they want to support. So these companies don't want to advertise through YouTube or Google or whatever, Facebook, because all those things take a big cut and you can't really control your market and all this stuff. So they have an opportunity to advertise and give all of the money to somebody that they like, to somebody that they want to help financially support. And then they have a targeted audience. So my audience is targeted. So these companies come in. And so I had some talks with some YouTubers because I didn't really want to do it because it just felt like cheesy. This video was sponsored by, I didn't really like it. But I had this long conversation with some, and they were like, you should do it. Like, it's a great opportunity for you, obviously, to make some money, to help support the channel, but it also allows these companies to advertise in a way that, like, a company would want to advertise. So I was like, that makes a lot of sense. So I've, like, opened up the door for companies to have, like, little sponsored spots in my videos. What was I talking about? Demonetization. So yeah, I like any gun video. If I make a gun video, it's demonetized for sure. But it is what it is. It's part of the thing. I don't want to go super political. Who knows what's gonna happen? Impeachment, maybe. He might get impeached. We'll see though. Guns, gear, overlanding. Yeah, I think it's good. I mean, it's all the stuff I like, but I kind of get it. At the same time, like, my channel, like, the thing is this. I had my logo before I had, like, 5,000 subscribers. And I was like, I want to make a logo that, like, encapsulates me. So we have the shield, which is, like, defense, last line of defense, kind of obvious. But then we have the mountains, which doesn't really fit into last line of defense, the name, but it fits into me. So from the very, very beginning, I was like, I want to make a logo that identifies with me, who I am, what I'm interested in. So you have mountains, outdoors, stuff like that, which is what I'm into. And then the defense aspect, because originally my channel was answering a bunch of questions about concealed carry and preparedness and bug out bags and things like that. So I was like, last line of defense, that sounds kind of cool. It's like, kind of cool name. I'm gonna do it, but like I'm gonna make a logo that's into all this stuff. Anyway, people get so hung up on my name, defense, that's only related to guns. But like in my mind, it was like preparedness, not necessarily guns. It's not like my channel's not Mr. Guns and Gear or something like that. Mike's cool. I'm friends with him. That's not a diss on him. But my channel's not like Grand Thumb, Mr. Guns and Gear. Gun guy, 47, whatever. But people think that I have to do gun stuff because my name's last line of defense. And I get it, but I wish I didn't make my name last line of defense because it like pinholes me into what? Into that kind of stuff. So sponsors don't dictate your content, which is good. Some stuff dictates content, I guess, for some channels. I have agreements, so I get sent tons of stuff. I get sent a lot of stuff. Most of the stuff you see on my channel at this point was sent to me. I try to say it as often as I can. Legally, you're supposed to say it. Most people don't follow that, but I will try always to say, so-and-so sent me this product, they sent this out, and sometimes the products are sent out just for me to test and give them personal feedback. And those products show up on the channel naturally because I'm using the gear. Some people send it because they want a video review. And those people, I tell them, if I really like it, I'll do a review. If it's something I'm really interested in, I'll do a review. But every time I take a product, I say, if I don't like this, you can send a prepaid postage and I'll send it right back. I won't speak negative about it, but it's never going to show up. So that's my personal arrangement. I don't think most channels are like that, but if something shows up on my channel, it's because I like it. I have too much integrity. I have too many people buying stuff that I would hear negative things if I recommended a product and it was a piece of junk. So it's not worth it to me to do that. And I have enough stuff, like at any given time, there's 100 things I could do videos on. So I'm not hurting for content. I'm not hurting for gear. I'm not hurting for anything. So how I've kind of like, the place I've fallen into allows me to be super picky about what I have and what I review and the stuff that's on my channel. So my relationship with companies is, I don't know that it's the same as other people. Well, I know it's not the same as other people's, but I'm sure there's other people that have similar relationships with companies that I do. Whew. So all that to say, if I use a product, full honesty, I like it. If I mostly like it and I do a review on it, I'll talk about what I don't like about it. So yeah, I don't know if that really answers the questions, but if I'm sent gear and sometimes they send it because they want a video on it, and if I really like it, I do a video on it. Sometimes I just send it for testing, but sponsoring a video is different. Like I had a Weekender Lander video, Bespoke Post sponsored it. So they paid me money for a little spot in my video where I just said, hey, this video is sponsored by Bespoke Post, blah, 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 blah. This is what they do. This is kind of that, and there's a link. So when there's a sponsor for a video, they don't dictate what's in the video at all. Usually they'll say like, you know, can't be a porn video or can't be drugs and alcohol and a bunch of profanity and violence, whatever, you know. But I don't do those videos anyway, so I've never actually come across that, but I'm sure there's like stipulations on what like can be in the video that they sponsor. But other than that, it's just like, it's going to be a Weekender Lander video, and I'm going to talk for 30 seconds about the sponsor, and that's it. So it's really cool, and I think I'll embrace more of that. But a lot of my videos are like gear review videos, so I don't think I can put this video was sponsored by some other company and then like do a gear video on some other company. It'd be kind of weird. So right now I think I'm just going to do sponsored spots on my Weekender Lander series, which is kind of like whatever. Anyway, that's how it works on my end. Some people maybe are different, but that's how it works for me. All right. SimpliSafe. Oh, SimpliSafe. Yeah. I use SimpliSafe as the thing. My office has a SimpliSafe, and I've been happy with it. So if they wanted a sponsored video, I'd probably do it because I use that product and it's all right. Yeah, website development, like Squarespace, that kind of crap. I don't know. If Audible wanted to sponsor video, I'd be down with that. I use Audible. I listen to a lot of audiobooks, so it's kind of, I don't know. We'll see. It's kind of cool. Anyway, I hope that makes sense. I don't know that I'm going to take the time to kind of explain that to anybody else, but to you guys, I'll explain it because that's kind of how it works. Yeah, so the thing is, I've gotten a ton of products that have been sent to me, and sometimes they're cheap products and it's not worth sending them back, and you know, I'll just give them away or throw them away or give them to a friend or whatever, and you never see them. But I don't want to talk bad about a product. So a lot of time a company will reach out and I'll tell them like, yeah, you can send it to me, but there's no guarantee on anything. If I hate it, I'm going to tell you why, and that's for free. You don't even have to pay me a consultation fee or anything. Like, I'll give you how to make your product better for free. So that's what I do with companies. They send me stuff, and a lot of it I don't like. A lot of it you never even see. Like, you think I get a lot of gear? I do, but you don't even see all the gear that I get because most of it doesn't even make it. Doesn't even make the cut. I can get a product, and a lot of times, I mean, I get offered 40-fold the products that I even receive, and I just tell them, not interested, doesn't look good. I got offered tons of cheap Chinese crap. Like, every day I probably get a dozen emails from random Chinese companies that want to send me stuff. Um, and I just don't, because I know that I won't like the product. But the products that like look good enough that I'm like, maybe I'll like it, then I take them, and sometimes I don't end up liking it, and I send it back and I say, hey, these are the things, like, I'm kind of a consultant, but I'm not even going to charge you. I'm kind of an expert in the gear world, but this information is for free. So I'll send it back and I'll tell them how to improve their products. So I'm out here improving a bunch of products for you guys and not even getting paid for it. But anyways, yeah, the products that I do get and that I like, they show up. I haven't seen the lockpicking lawyer video on it. Does he rip it apart? I'm sure there's flaws in all security systems if you look hard enough. Warrior Poet, are we gonna do more videos? Probably. John's great guy, super busy guy, super hard to get a hold of. I mean, he's like me. He's running a million miles an hour, and he has a family, and he has a wife, and he has a kid, and he has like 3 businesses, and he has training, and he has all this stuff that he's doing. He's a really busy guy. If he lived in the state, we'd get together probably more frequently, but like arranging our schedules to like line up and mesh and all that stuff, it's probably more difficult. I have a video filmed with John actually, where we talk about medical gear together. We talk about his medical ankle kit, and I forgot I even had it. I'm like remembering now. I have a video filmed with John that I haven't even edited and uploaded. But I don't know. Will I get together with John more in the future? I don't know, because he's a pretty guy. But probably will. I like him. I had a good time with him. Him and his wife are really great people. So if I'm out in Georgia or something, maybe I'll get together. Maybe I'll go take a course with him. I don't know. My opportunities for that kind of stuff will open up more if I'm doing like YouTube holster full time, because I won't have a 9-to-5 job. So I'm excited about it for my own personal joy and my own personal fulfillment. I'll get to do a lot more stuff that I really like to do, which will include meeting with other people that I like. There's a lot of people I like. I have a lot of friends. Like, I can hang out with Travis Haley anytime I want. I just don't have time. I can hang out with Talon. I can hang out with John. I can hang out with all kinds of instructors. I could take all kinds of training courses. I could go to all kinds of events. Like, I had another opportunity where I got invited to go to this Polaris Razor camp or something. It's next month. And you just go out, I get invited, all expenses paid, drive around Razors, cruise through sand dunes, all this fun stuff I'm just not able to do. So maybe next year I'll be able to do a bunch of cool stuff. So I'm looking forward to it, because it's a lot of work. So this is a lot of work. Working a full-time job, working a YouTube thing, running a holster company, having a life, having hobbies, having a family, having friends, doing house projects, working on cars, shooting guns, building stuff, testing all this gear. It's like 3 full-time jobs. And so I think I'm just drained. I think I can't keep it up. Like, I always thought, like, for the last several years, I was like, I could do this forever. Like, I got the energy, I got the spunk, but I think it's wearing on me. I think I'm getting pretty worn out. So it makes sense to cut something off. Yeah. This has been a weird live stream. Bushcraft YouTubers. I watch like the main ones. Joe Robinette. I like him. He's kind of a little weirdo. Kind of reminds me of me. He's kind of just a weird guy. Though I don't get joy. Like, I will never be a bushcrafting channel because I get joy from my close relationships. I get joy from my close friends. I don't have any desire to go out by myself with nobody into the woods. A lot of people do. A lot of people like that. Nothing against that. I don't think it's the safest thing. Not like just break an ankle. There's stuff that happens in the woods where if you have a buddy, if you have friends, you're better off. So like logically going off into the woods and swinging axes and building stuff is just, it's dumb. I think a lot of these bushcrafters are dumb, but I enjoy watching them. But I will never do that. A, because it's dumb, and B, because I get joy from relationships. So I go camping with Ashley, I go camping with friends. You never see like solo overland adventure because I'm sure it would get a lot of hits, a lot of views on the YouTube because it's like solo van life, solo female this, solo bushcrafting chip, solo whatever. But it's not. I don't really enjoy it. And I'm going to always do stuff that I enjoy, I think, for the most part. Unless it's like testing. Like I have these desires to do like testing. Like I have some friends. I have a buddy. I won't talk too much about him, but he's like a three-letter organization, like professional door kicker guy who's also like into prepping. He does things all the time that are like survival tests and navigation courses, just like he puts on for his friends, like his prepper friends and stuff. And I never do them because my schedule's packed so full. But I would like to do some of that kind of stuff, and I like wouldn't necessarily enjoy a survival weekend. I wouldn't enjoy a 30-mile trek with my get home bag. But there's a part of me that would enjoy it, kind of, if that makes sense. So I'd like to do more of that stuff. But yeah, bushcrafter stuff. Joe Robinette's probably my favorite of the bushcrafter type guys. I watch a little like TA Outdoors. There's a bunch of like random European dudes that I like to watch. Their voices are kind of soothing. It's like, I don't know, kind of like puts me to sleep almost. I don't know. I enjoy it. This is long. I gotta get off. I got stuff to do. Any other questions you guys got? Ooh. We've been kind of light on the questions tonight. That's why I've been rambling so much. It's your fault. It's your fault I've been rambling, because if I wasn't rambling, I would just sit here and be like... because there's no questions coming in. Anyway, life is good. I hope this hasn't come off as like a complaining video, because I'm not really complaining. Life is good. Life is great. YouTube has been really fun. The opportunities that I've had because of YouTube have been really great. Like I was talking to Mike. So like John Lavelle, cool guy. Probably not a guy that he would come and visit me for a weekend and go camping if I didn't have YouTube, right? Travis Haley, I went and hung out with him in his warehouse for a day. Probably not an opportunity like a normal loser like me would have if I wasn't like on YouTube. Mike Glover, one of the coolest guys. Like Mike Glover, don't repeat this, but Mike Glover, he was Delta for a while. You don't even hear about that because Delta guys you don't even hear about. So like everyone knows he was a Green Beret and he was a Ranger, but he was Delta, but he doesn't even talk about it. So a guy like that, just like tip of the spear, bad A dude, I have no business being friends with because I'm just a regular civilian loser web developer. Granted, I have a lot of knowledge, I've done a lot of training, I have some skills, but like big scheme of things, I'm just some nerd. But I'm friends with Mike. Like Mike respects me as a human being because he got to know me. He wouldn't have gotten to know me if I like didn't have this thing. So it's awesome. Life is awesome. So I don't want to sound like it's complaining. It's good. Things are good, man. Take it easy, guys. What did you use to mount your Blue Seahawks fuse box on the Tacoma? I used metal screws. I just screwed it into the sheet metal, actually. Local Denver area fabricators. Like you want to get a custom fab bumper, or you just want to support a local company. RCI is a local company. Hefty Fabworks is a local company. There's a couple others. Slee, it's a great shop. They're a local company. Custom fab work, I'm not too sure about. I haven't had much custom fab work done. Anything like a bumper anyway. Yeah, thanks for tuning in for the live stream. But yeah, if you're looking for something custom, I don't know. If you're looking for just a local shop, then RCI, Hefty. But I've heard some mixed things about Hefty. I've never dealt with them personally. And then Slee's great. I don't think they make any bumpers for the Tacoma. I think they make some sliders and some other stuff. There's some other one I've never worked with them called like Lil Bees or something, but just based on their name, I don't know. But little I think LIL Bees or something like that. I don't know. There's a couple of them. There's a couple of them out there. My back hurts from sitting too long. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, rambling. You think my videos ramble a lot? You just tune into a live stream and you'll get all of the ramblings. I don't have any thoughts on the Hellcat. They've sent them to everyone. They didn't send me one. Probably because I'm not all I do is guns. But it's another small gun. I don't think it's a game changer. Springfield, I try not to support as a company. Because they've had some very questionable political choices through the years. They're just not a good, they've done some anti-gun stuff as a company, which makes them kind of like, what are you doing? But I've had no real issues with Springfield products. XDs get made fun of a lot, but they're okay. I think the XDS is a pretty good gun, so the Hellcat's probably okay. But I don't know. The P365 is a pretty sick gun. If you want a small gun, P365. The P365 XL, it's a pretty sick gun. So I don't know if the Hellcat really brings anything to the table that the P365 doesn't already have. And for smallish guns, I'm really loving the 43X, especially with the new 15-round mag that's coming out that I talked about earlier. There's a company called Shield Arms. They're selling 15-round flush fit mag for the 43X, which is going to make it very tempting for a lot of people that are like, I need my Glock 19. I need my 15 rounds plus one in the chamber. Be like, well, you can get that with an XTS, or XTS. You can get that with a Glock 43X or Glock 48. But I don't know. Hellcat, I think, is pretty ugly, too. Not that that really matters, but I like grip. So even though, like, I carried a 26 for a number of years, I prefer, like, I can shoot fine like this. It's totally fine, but there's just something I like grabbing a full grip gun. I cleared this gun earlier for those that are curious, so it's empty. But I like a full grip gun. I like it. And a 43X for me and my medium-sized hands, full grip. I really like the 43X. It's a gun that's been out for a while, but I never really embraced it until, like, I started making holsters for it. And then I was like, I like this. Shoots nice, comfortable, slim, comfortable in hand. Ooh, I like the 43X. And you got on the Tactical Warrior channel. That advice has been a huge help. Thanks, man. It's good to hear. I'm glad I could help with that. Try to give. I think, like, people fall into things like influencers or entertainers or reviewers or whatever, and I don't really know what I fall into, but I feel like I fall into more of like an educator category. Like, I feel like I try to educate, maybe too much. I don't know. I use a Federal HST 147 grain standard pressure in all my guns. I buy it in bulk, like 1,000 rounds at a time. I don't know if I run a dot. So I like dot. I like RMRs. My carry gun's been a 19. I mean, I was really early in embracing RMRs. I had an XDM a long time ago. I got it custom milled by some random shop, the only one that did it on an XDM. So I had an XDM with an RMR. I was early into the RMR game. I've liked them for a long time. And then I got them. I have a bunch of Glocks with RMRs, and I've been carrying a Glock 19 with an RMR for a number of years. I love RMRs. But testing guns and shooting guns, like when I started carrying the 43X, I was like, I gotta get warmed up. I gotta get good with this gun if I'm gonna carry it. Even if I'm carrying it for testing, it's still the gun I'm carrying. I wanna be able to kill people if I need to. So when I was out shooting the 43X and the 48, all I had were all I had were, sorry, I got a message. What was I saying? 43X? All I had were iron sights. So I was shooting with iron sights, and I was like, this is nice. Like, something nostalgic about shooting with just iron sights. I kind of like it. So I don't know. I don't know if I'll dot one of these little guys or if I'll just iron sight them. I'm like, I don't know why, but iron sights feel kind of good. Kind of like it. Underwood Extreme ammo, no idea. I don't gravitate towards many of those like gimmicky ammos. Federal HST is great, super good. There's no reason to get anything other than Federal HST for now. Once a new ammo with some new fandangle technology comes into play and like starts being accepted and used, and there's like some real world data on it, maybe. I'm not saying like technology is advancing. Will there be a round that's better than the HST? Probably. Is there one out that's better than HST? I don't think so. Maybe. But I'd rather stick with a round that's like super proven than a round that like theoretically might be good. It's just my opinion on it. Plus, if you shop around online, you can get Federal HST cheap. Like, pretty cheap. Pretty cheap. Best dot size, I don't know. The 3's probably pretty good. I like the 6.5 as well. The RMO 7, I believe, is like the 6.5. Because I'm not going to be shooting a pistol at like 100 yards where I need a small dot that often. But having said that, like the 3, I wouldn't go for the 1. I'd go for probably the 3 MOA or the 6.5 MOA. Either of those, I think you can't go wrong with. So irons I've been using, again, this gun is cleared, so don't freak out too much. The iDots. I like the iDots with the orange front. So they're tritium, and you just line up the 2 dots. So at nighttime, lining up the 2 dots is really nice. And they're like half the price. So my favorite sights are the Trijicon HD. HD? I think HD. They got the U-notch in the rear, blacked out with the big orange front sight. I really like the big orange front sight. It's just fast. It's good. So my favorite's probably still the Trijicon HDs, but the iDots are half the price. So if you have like one gun and you got the money for the HDs, probably, I really like them. But if you have a bunch of guns or you're on a little more of a budget, the iDots seem really good. I like them. I like the iDots. And it's kind of nitpicky, but I just don't like how long the iDots front sight is. I really wish it was shorter. But HD is probably my favorite. iDots, pretty close. I don't know of much good training in Colorado. I'm sure there's some. I'm not saying there's not. I haven't done any. But there's probably some. But I don't know of it. So I can't recommend it because I haven't taken any that I like, really. I haven't taken much that I don't like, but I haven't taken any that I really like. All right, guys. We're like an hour 20 in. I usually ended it at an hour. I don't know why we're going so long. I got so much to do. So I'm going to cut it off here. But as always, patrons, if you have any questions, message me on Patreon, shoot me an email, let me know you're a patron so that way I can give you a more thorough reply. But happy to answer any questions. Just hit me up. I try to answer them now. But it's like, I don't know. We've had an hour and nobody was asking any questions. And when I try to leave, then all the questions come out. Not that I kind of get it. But I don't have time to answer them now. But email me. I'll answer them. Or next time you're on the live, ask them. Ask them and I'll answer them then. But yeah. Just stock sites, which is done, become clear that bright front post would help me a ton. It could. Yeah, bright front post I think is helpful. It's good. Anyway, guys, I'm going to take off. I hope you have a good night. Thank you for your support. It's awesome. I really appreciate every one of you. I appreciate all you guys that get on the live. Makes my live more fun. It's nice to like decompress. talk about this stuff, ramble about this stuff, you know? I don't have a lot of people in my life that just want to listen to me ramble for an hour. They're like, I'm sick of hearing you ramble. But I'm going to get off. So many videos coming up. So many videos coming up. Oh my gosh. I'm going to SHOT Show if anyone's going to be there. My truck's going to be there at the Pelican booth. I don't know what else I'm going to. I might try to go to SEMA. Not really my scene, but there's I have a lot of friends that are going and some companies, and it'd be good to talk to some companies. But yeah. Till next time, guys. Shoot me a message whenever you have any questions. And take care.